Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve Show, and of course you're the #1 online TV show. And guys, today I'm having one of the best travel influencer and a vlogger. You all know him guys. Nimemtafuta tupige story na yeye kidogo atuambie mambo ya dunia inasema nini. Anyway guys, he's right here. He's known as Iam Marwa. Marwa,
yes.
Karibu kwenye show yetu. Uko aje?
Asante sana. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. You good?
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Yes.
We've never met.
Yeah.
Tunaongeanga tu kwa mtandao.
Yes.
Anyway, Marwa,
Yes.
most people probably would my people
Yes.
would love to know maybe a little bit about you. Of
Yeah.
course, I've told them that you are a travel blogger.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us like how did you start hii mambo ya kutembea? Umetembea countries mob sana so far.
Yes. Hey guys, my name is Marwa. I'm Kenyan. Some people think I'm not Kenyan because I've been traveling a lot. Yes, but I'm purely Kenyan from Kenya Tanzania border, a place called Isibania. I'm purely Kenyan. I want to emphasize on that. And I've been traveling now close to. I left Africa for the first time in 2016 February. It was February 13th, a day before Valentine's. I still remember that day. So I went to Colombia to teach English there as a volunteer. You know sometimes how white people come to Africa to help. So I went those sides to help like people learn English and stuff. Then from that, things changed slowly to being a travel vlogger. It's a long story, but if you want me to tell the story, I can. Yes.
So for so far, how many countries have you been into?
Close to 70 countries, non-repetitive.
You don't repeat?
Those ones I've counted, the ones I've never
okay.
repeated. But if I repeat countries, maybe 150, 160. And yeah.
Which country do you feel you've repeated so many times?
For example, the US, maybe 16 times or 20, around there. Countries like Mexico, I go every year. Yes, not even once. Colombia, I go every year. Panama, yes, Costa Rica. Yes.
What makes you go back to a country that you've been into?
Most of the time, one is because the system in those countries already trusts me. Because you know, once you enter in a country and exit, then you try looking for a visa to go back. So those countries are easy to give you the visa. It's not like, hey, who is this guy? They already know you because you're in the system. You have the last visa. And also, you know, when you go to countries, sometimes you make friends and you be like, hey, I'm coming back. Okay, don't worry, I'll be back. So you go back to those countries. And also, I have a US visa, which really helps me to go to those countries with no visas. Some of the countries, like Mexico, with a Kenyan passport and a US visa, you can go to US and you can still go to Mexico, you can go to Costa Rica, you can go to Panama, though you can still go to Panama with a Kenyan passport without the US. So you see, that's one of the reasons. Instead of struggling with visas here and there, you'll be like, man, let me go chill in Mexico. So you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Most of the time, when you go to a country,
Yeah.
is it always specifically for work, or there are some countries that you go for maybe vacation or to relax?
My life is a mix of chill life and work all the time. Yes, even if I'm in my village, anywhere, I want to live my life today because tomorrow is not promised. At the same time, make a living that will sustain me with my lifestyle. My job is to ensure I can sustain my lifestyle. That is it.
Okay.
Yes.
So since when you were starting your YouTube channel,
Yes.
did you know maybe you're gonna get here? Did you know first of all that
No.
it's gonna pay
No.
and you start moving from country to another?
No, I didn't know, honestly. I just loved, you know, I left Africa. When I say Africa, in this case, I mean Kenya. And when I went, I left some of my guys here back. I used to study in JQuat. I graduated with a cultural science. So we had friends there. Even one of the guys who gave me the opportunity to go to Colombia, which was my first country, was a classmate. So when I left, these guys, I used to tell them how Colombia was so nice. And they would say, Marwa, you just chocha, you know, like, you're just telling us, you are glamorizing the situation, but it was real. So that was actually one of the reasons that pushed me to start a YouTube channel, because I told them it's good and they say no. So I said, maybe if I film and send them a video, maybe they may believe me. So that's how actually I started thinking of starting a YouTube channel and things like that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You've said that you normally prefer repeating because maybe of the challenges of the
Challenges
visa
of the
everything.
visas. Yes,
I'd
that's
like
true.
to know
Yeah.
when you were starting, maybe
Yes.
right now since you've traveled so many
Yes.
times,
Yeah.
it's not hard. But when you were starting, how
Yes.
was it like the issue of getting the visas?
I would say purely let this car go.
Yeah.
Purely it was a matter of luck. Yes. Because, for example, before I went to the US, I was living in Colombia. Remember I told you my first country was Colombia. So I lived there for 2.5 years. When I was reapplying for my visa, they said no. So I had to leave, because when a country says no, you only have an option of leaving. And they'll give you a grace period of 2 weeks to prepare yourself to leave. So I left and I applied for a Mexican visa. Somehow it showed up, you know, a chance, luck. So then in Mexico, I got my US visa, which is 5 years. It still takes me to Mexico up to today. So it's a matter of, I think, luck, I would say. But now I'm more confident, because now I know how these things work. I know what you need for visas. Last year I visited 33 new countries, last year only. Now I know how to deal with these visa things. I know which papers to present. If it's an interview, I know which things to answer. Yeah, I have experience, because I've been doing it for 5 years. Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to know, you've said that you've been into all those countries.
Yes.
And right now, of course, you're always coming back. And
I always come
everything.
back home.
Maybe somebody would ask, like, when you were starting, where were you getting the funding? You know, maybe you are not making money as right now.
So the thing is, I made money on my YouTube channel for so long, like for a whole year. Then when I reapplied for my job, they said no, so I already had money. And actually before making this money, I was homeless. So I think my journey was kind of prepared by God. So I used to work in Colombia. One time I lost my job, I lost everything, I was homeless in the streets. Then after a month, I started making like really good money, like $3,000 up a month. So I was like, oh man, you know, I was just homeless. Let me start saving this money. So I started saving the money. So the funny thing, I kept saving the money close to a year, then my visa got rejected. So I had money in my bank account and I kept traveling like that. So it's kind of, everything was kind of just pushing towards my dream, my life. Yeah.
Okay, you've stated that you graduated from JKUAT.
Yes.
I'd like to know, have you done any job that is related to what you did in school, or all along you've been doing?
So my first job, I finished school, I graduated in 2015. I got my first job as a salesperson with a bank called Chase Bank. Now it's closed, I'm told. I worked there as a salesman, and life was so difficult for me. And most of the time, I used to talk. I used to tell people stories, and they would laugh at the bank. One day, the manager came and said, Marwa, anytime I see you here, I know there's no work going on. Jokingly, I said I'm an entertainer. 2 more days, I got a letter saying, hey, you are dismissed. I swear before God.
They fired you.
The funny thing, my colleagues are still in Chase Bank Thika. Now it's a new bank, they call it S something. Now, yeah, but that's how I got fired. And during that period is when a friend came and told me about the opportunity to Colombia. Like within 3 days, I was sleeping in my house. I had nothing to do. Yeah.
Okay, so all along you've been showing us each and every country that you go, every activity that you're doing there. I'd like to know, which countries do you enjoy the most when you are there?
I think every country is unique on its own way. It offers different like unique experiences. And at the same time also it's the attitude about your travel, because sometimes people say, oh, you use people's perception like, oh, you know, they say China people are racist or this and this. But me, I have an emotional attachment to Colombia, because it was the first country I went to. It invited me to go to their country, green, I didn't know what a visa is, what an immigration officer is. And I stayed there for 2 years. I started my YouTube channel there in Colombia. Up to today, I still find Colombia as my home. That's my favorite country in the world. And life is so good. Yeah, social life, people are so nice. You go to a club, you dance, you can dance with a stranger. It's so good. Yes.
Right now we're in a new year. You said that last year you traveled to around 33 new countries. This country you're looking forward to visit to how many countries?
It's kind of difficult now, because last year it was easy for me to go to very many countries, because I had one visa which was able to take me to over 27 countries, but I did 23 under 90 days. So I don't know, because now I'll have to speed low, you know, I have to go low, because it's a long process to get one visa, then find another visa, then again another visa. Sometimes you feel, man, I'm so tired. Let me just stay here. Yes, like now I plan to go to South Africa. I've been there before, but I plan to go because they say there's no visa.
Exactly.
So it's, you know, even sometimes you ease yourself. You know, when you're traveling, you don't have to be stressed. You don't have to be thinking, oh, will I get this visa or not? So mostly I prefer going to countries which we don't need visa. But right now I like traveling countries outside Africa more than the countries in Africa. And the reason is sometimes in Africa it's very expensive to travel and it's very corrupt. People see you and start questioning you too much. And another thing about Africa is anytime I want to travel in future in Africa, I can. For example, a country like Zambia, I don't need visa. So any day as Kenyans we want to go to Zambia, we can go. But if you want to go to a country, let's say like, which country, I'll give you an example, like Nicaragua, I need visa. So I tried doing the hard job first, then maybe later do the ones that I don't need the visa. Yes.
Okay, which is that one country that you've not been into yet and you're looking forward to be there?
All countries that have not been. My plan is to go to every country in the world. Actually, if I had a strong passport, I would have finished it right now. But you know, with an African passport, sometimes it's very chaotic. Yes, very, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what you've been doing here back home.
Yeah.
Apart from you being outside,
Yeah.
traveling each and
Yeah.
every time,
Yeah.
you've never forgotten about
Home. Yeah.
One thing that have been the talk of town is about your villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
My village is Sibania.
Exactly.
Yes.
In the village.
Yeah.
And I would like to know, you
Yeah.
know, most of the time when people get money,
Yeah.
they prefer, maybe they come wajenge waishi place kama Runda, wapi. I
Yeah.
would like to know, why did you settle to jenga first in your village?
This can be really surprising. Number one, if I built in a big city and I marry this girl, maybe one day we don't get along, she can kill me and take the house. That's actually number one reason.
Really?
Yes, but if I build it in my village, even if she kills me, the house stays in my village.
Come on, I know that's not a reason.
I swear, that's my number one reason.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you think she gonna kill you? That's
Because my dream is big. Maybe I intend to build more, I intend to buy more stuff. Maybe she may, and people change. She may be confused by maybe some other neighbor saying, hey.
God forbid, but
Yeah.
you might pass fast.
Yes, but the reason is death is coming to everybody. That's a fact. But if it's in your village, your kids can always go home. Yes. Actually, that's the main reason.
Really?
Yes,
It's
that
so
is-
confusing.
No, it's not confusing.
So
I
that's
am,
why
I am being very realistic. Or how many stories have you heard somebody had property from your village in Nairobi, now even they can't trace properties? How many?
So all your properties, you're going to ensure that they are around your village.
Even if I have one in town, it's just like, if I lose this, I have nothing to lose. Yes, but my main projects, and imagine I'm from the village, I'm so proud. And also remember, in the village, you still, no, these are other points now, other points.
Okay,
But my
other
main
factors.
point was that. Other factors is, I'm from the village. I like to inspire people. I believe in nurturing talent from young kids. And I grew up with no shoes. So think, growing up with no shoes to having a multi-million house in the same environment. And many kids can relate to that. So I'm showing, don't lose hope. Yes, I'm bringing hope back. I'm strengthening the hope. Like, hey, it's very possible.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I could ask from that.
Yeah.
Is your plan, if you ever settle,
Yeah.
get married and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
your plan is to stay in the village with your
Yeah,
family?
I love village life. Think of this, you can walk, you don't need cars, you can eat fresh foods, you don't need fridge, freezers. Why would you not live there? It's chill life. If you want to come to Nairobi, if you're a rich man, an helicopter here, 60 minutes, you're in Nairobi, do your business, go back. Yes.
Have you shared that with the? Okay, I'm not really sure whether
Yes.
currently you are in a relationship,
Yeah.
but of course you've seen that you've been in relationships
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
and you've been with how do I call them?
Yeah.
Girls that are not Kenyans.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, have you ever shared with them that, and what was their
Yeah, like this, I tell them. Yeah, I tell them. My plan is really crazy, but I don't know. Maybe it may sound arrogant. Maybe I'll break that another day. But I believe actually building in the village is very significant. If I even have kids who are Kenyan and maybe other countries, they can come see where their dad is from. You know, most young people, they want to impress people by building or be living in the big cities. Look, I make views, crazy views from my village. Why would I stay in town? I can upload my videos from the village. And life is so cheap. $5 in the village 1 week, you are working with money in your true story, you know. So why would I come stress myself here? But anytime I want to access this, it's available. You know, it's not like building in the village blocks me from accessing the cities. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking of the girls and everything,
Yeah.
there's a comment that I normally see when
Yeah.
you're with a lady or
Yeah.
anything. Most people say that, hey, Marwa
Yeah.
has never dated. It's like you don't like dating our own girls.
It's not like that. My plan is I don't have kids who can't travel like me, because me, I'm struggling to travel. Why would I have kids who can't be in a better position than me? You know, if you want to chase poverty, you have to see the next 100 years. Don't just say we are chasing poverty. You have to see what actually can take this away. So if I'm having kids in Kenya, it means they have to be as strong as Marwa to do what I do. But if I give them an opportunity where they can decide, any day they say, me, I'm going back home to my dad's land, they can come and live. They're still Kenyans. But I don't want to bring kids to the world that will have a problem traveling as me. Actually, that's the main reason. Because sometimes I'm traveling in groups of people, and I'm the only one left at the border, and they leave me at the border and they cross, they go. So I have to think again, man, you know, I've paid that house there. What should I start again? Then you know, even with visas sometimes, just because I'm from Africa. So it's a huge thing. But at the same time, I don't want to put my kids in the same situation. Actually, that's the main reason now.
Does that mean you would never fall in love with a lady from Africa? Or
maybe later. Once already I see, okay, they have brothers in Europe or where, so I can create
They're
one.
brothers, how?
Yeah. Let's say I have a kid here in Kenya, but at least this kid has a brother in Europe. They can go.
Brother from where?
From another mother. What's the big deal?
How many wives are you planning to have?
No, the thing is, I'm not saying Africa no, but I'm saying I have to strategize. Yes.
You have to have outside Africa
At
first.
least, yes. So that gives access to this young boy, young girl growing.
You're looking for opportunity or for love?
It's not opportunity. I'm being realistic with life.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's quite
Love does not
interesting.
pay visas. If it was love, maybe they will have opened the whole world for us. Why are they denying us from accessing their countries? Yeah, so yeah, I'm just being so realistic. And these are points that, for example, if I have a kid today in Spain, he can or she can go anywhere. Fact. You have a kid in Kenya, they can't. Fact. So why would you bring a kid to a world where already 50% of his opportunity is already gone? True or false? You know, in Europe, they don't have borders. No borders, no police. Like you can move from Switzerland to France in a train. Your phone only gives you a message, hey, welcome to France, just like that. But here you can't go even next Tanzania. You can't even cross with a bag of maize taking to your aunt on the other side. Why would you put your kid in such a situation? But you can build them a nice house. If they want to come to Africa, they have access. And those people come to our home, but we can't go. Me, I'm talking from a state of access, accessing the world. Yes.
Okay.
Turn it off, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about talking about the house. I would
Yeah.
like to know.
Yeah.
So far, so good. We've seen you struggling
Yeah.
kuifanya from scratch.
From
actually.
scratch, yes.
Yeah, we've been seeing the process and
Yeah.
everything. Maybe you can tell us so far.
Yeah.
Maybe how much has it costed you to make it the way it looks like?
Yeah.
And umefikisha wapi?
So the house is like 90% built, but honestly, I will not talk about how much. I don't like talking about money. And the reason to that is people with no money will feel very bad. Yes. It's just that simple.
But there are people you will maybe inspire.
No, just know it's a lot of money. You have to be very organized and you have to sacrifice a lot. But it's in millions for sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When are you looking forward to completely finishing?
Before the end of this year. So I need to start traveling and making money. You know, if I don't travel, I don't make money. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it means that
at the end of this year, we are going to a new house. And we're going to have a party, which is 1 month. Yes. So people will party 1 full month.
1 full month?
Yes.
Inside the house?
Yes, inside and outside and around. Because the thing is, I have very huge following internationally.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody flying from America, coming to Kenya, landing. He left his home when it's 12 p.m. Here it's 1 a.m. or something. He has to struggle, she has to struggle jet lag for maybe 1 week. Then you tell her the party is over. So it will not make sense. But if you have a party for a whole month, my plan is like that actually. 1 cow per week and 3 goats. and several chicken.
Mhm.
People arrive, they can sleep, wake up, the party is going on, keep like that, and at the end of the month, everybody goes to their home happy. So if you didn't plan well for a whole month to be in Africa, visit Marwa, party with, then actually it's a whole month. Yes.
Okay, you've seen that it's a very huge villa.
Yeah, it's big. Actually, it's really big. Yeah.
Does it mean that, like you love big space, or what did you consider?
Actually, the fact that people believe we Africans can't do it. You know, most of the time when I'm doing things, I'm doing them internationally. I'm not thinking like, oh, I am a Kenyan. I'm thinking like I present Africa, I present blackness, I present we Africans. That's how I see things actually from my side. So most of the time when I'm traveling, people ask me, oh, where are you from? I say Africa. Oh, Africa, how is life there? It must be very difficult. So I want to have a house and say, oh, I'm from Africa. Okay, you're from Africa? Yes, this is where I live. This is my house. And they keep quiet. If I do the same, you do the same, he does the same, people will not see us the same. And you have to understand one thing about being African, European, and the entire world, especially as a traveler. If we can't build our home, they can't respect us. It's that simple. Even right now, you see South Africa is opening doors for Kenya. It's because we are doing good. But if we were wailing and crying and in the trenches, they will not. Nobody wants poverty, man. Everybody wants, if you have something, okay, you become my friend. Yes.
Okay, have you done it by your own? You know, we've seen most of the time when influencers, they're having like Mzungu projects, they incorporate with some companies.
Zero companies.
Mabati,
Zero company.
You've done alone?
Zero company. Yes, zero discount, zero company, zero everything. The only person who gave me a discount was my architect, the guy who drew the house. He told me, Marwa, if I build your house, I know I'll never lack jobs. That's the only person who gave me discount. I can say it on this camera. Yes. But the rest I've always paid.
Does it mean you didn't want, or because I believe you'd have gotten that opportunity as an influencer?
But I don't take, you know, sometimes when people give you, they expect this and that. Yeah. Just do it. And there's joy in just saying I built it. Yes. Because sometimes when you depend on other people, what if tomorrow they wake up and say, oh, you know, if it was not for me, this guy is saying I built, if it was not for us. Yes. Me, I'm very grateful to God that I'm able to do it on my own. There is joy in that. There's joy starting something from scratch and every day seeing it growing. Even you as a person, there's a lot of emotional connection to that thing you're doing. And also, it solidifies your confidence. Like, you know, I can do it. You know, like, imagine going in a land with zero nothing and saying, I'm going to do something and it comes to life. Yeah, that makes you believe in yourself so much. Yes, and see nothing is impossible. You can even inspire other people because when people see you doing something from scratch to somewhere, they can even believe in what you're saying. Yes.
You also recently, actually, the story that the latest one, when you search Marwa, it's about the house that you built for your neighbors.
Yes, Mama Ann.
Yeah, Mama Ann. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it, and you know, it was such a gesture of
giving back.
Yeah, kindness, because you know, you've not even completed your own house, but you're still extending the kindness to other people.
Generally, I'm a giver. I think I'm so blessed because I'm a giver. I don't even sometimes charge people, but I don't like people who take advantage of me. So the reason why we did that is, or to cut the long story short, is Anne is one of the girls in my village. And the reason I built the house is not actually me, it's me and other people, and I'll tell you this quickly, is me, I was filming a video in my village, and this girl called Anne approached me while filming. You know, I was making this content. And she said, hey, Marwa, excuse me. I said, yes. Still, my camera was rolling. Say, I have something for you here. She gave me a written note, a letter. So I told my audience, look, I don't date this girl.
How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay.
So I don't date this girl. Let me see what she's saying in this letter. And the letter was saying, oh, you know, Marwa, you've always helped me. I've always helped her as my neighbor. You've always helped me. I've been thinking really, where can I get 3,000 Kenyan shillings, that's $30, to buy some sanitary pads and school items. Marwa, please help me. You know, my dad is a drunkard. He has never been home for a whole month. My mom does not have any job. I read that letter in front of my audience. The following day, in the comments, people said, Marwa, please take us to their home. We want to see Anne's home. So the following day, I did a video of Anne's home. Their brothers were sleeping on the floor, no toilet, they shower outside. not even with some sketch, nothing. Like it's 2 corners of a house, they shower in this corner. So if people are passing, they can't shower. So I showed all this. One lady said, Marwa, I want to build a bathroom and a shower for them. And I'll send $1,000, which around $120 Kenyan shillings, 120,000. So when we got that money, I was like, oh, wait, this is 120,000 just for the toilet. What about we build them a house? Because what will it be having a beautiful house built on you, no, a beautiful toilet, but people are sleeping on the floor and it's chaos. So we said, me and my masons and my engineer, we said, we're going to do charity. I asked my mason, how many people want to do charity from tomorrow? 3 of them showed up. I said, I will start with you. The moment we started building that house, I talked to one of my friends, we built a GoFundMe. People started donating money. As I speak today, it's close to 1 million Kenyan shillings. So all together, we built that house. And now, I didn't wait for the donations to keep streaming. You know, they are coming slowly. Me, I was like, let's build. If money comes, I will take the money that I've used from my pocket and plus the money that's already we have. And if it doesn't come, it's all good. I'll still do it for the community.
And you did it in how many days?
10 days, yes.
And it's completed?
They are now living inside. They slept last night there. Today they are right there, yes. And it's a very classy house. Even the iron sheets only took us 300,000 Kenyan shillings. The best iron sheets. Yes.
But what about the whole house? How much did you spend?
It's close to 1 million. And actually it's 1 million because we didn't charge for engineer. We did the sketch alone, me, my sister, Di Mwango, and shout out to you, sister. And my top mason is called Mayugno. So we did this, and this has reduced the price. But and also me, my work was to build the house, not to take advantage of my audience and take money. I don't need that. Yes, I already have mine. I'm very satisfied.
How does
yeah.
You're saying something.
So that's how we built the house actually. Yes.
And how does it make you feel seeing now they have a good
I
house?
cried when we were opening this house. I've never cried on camera about that. I cried. I believe like God put something, God designed this world and put me in that position to do it. It's not just here in the news, in the whole village people can't believe. This was a poor family. People used to laugh at them. Now they go and say, whose house is this? They say, it's our house. People don't believe. Even the owner of the house still says she can't believe. It feels like a dream. Yeah, you know. And we built it classy. We didn't do like chwara, you know. No, I built it like my own house. Yeah.
Maybe do you have plans of doing more of that, or it was just...
Yes, I'll do more charity. Even the same letter of Anne actually has taken more than 3 students to high school, 4 years. People showed up and said, me, I want to contribute to Anne's education. I want Anne to go to school. She was going, but so because many people came to support one lady, I said, no, we can only have one person supporting her. The other people can support other kids. Right? Like right now, we have already 2 who have reported today. 4 years, imagine, through the same letter of Anne. But my plan is once I finish doing my stuff, I can start charity. Because I don't want to mix charity and me building my own house and doing my own project. People, you know, people who have fear with success and progress will start saying, oh, we know you where you get your money from. It's charity or white people sending you money from America or I don't want to do that. That's actually my biggest problem I'm facing. I have fear that people can connect my own stuff and something that we are doing outside that. Yeah.
Okay, in between this story, the whole story that has been happening, I've seen a video of, what is his name?
Yeah.
Ponte?
Yeah.
What are that?
Ponte.
Is that the name is?
Michael Ponte.
Yeah, Michael Ponte.
Michele.
Yeah, Michele Ponte.
Yeah.
I've seen him, of course, trying to criticize your work and everything. Maybe you can tell us, you guys used to be kind of close.
No, that's a heartbroken guy. So he can't say anything. He used to date my sister and my sister said no to him. My sister has a new boyfriend and that makes him not feel okay, so he can say anything. He can say anything he wants because me, I didn't do it for Ponte. I did it for the family right there. Yes. If he has the energy, he can build something like that to somebody else. Yes, so I can't respond to that guy. For me, I see him as a distractor. Yes.
But it's been a while since they broke up with D. Why is he dragging the issues?
He can't believe my sister moved on because you know when they started YouTube, they were all together and they were same numbers.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is at 300 and I don't know 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
He's still at 50 something thousand. So you can imagine that margin. And yeah, I would just say this is a distractor. You know, a guy who has nothing to lose, so he can do anything to gain.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm.
So for a guy who like me, who is putting hard work, I'm building houses in 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I take my energy to talk about somebody who has nothing to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he can say whatever he wants.
Mhm.
I have no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, as we conclude, there was also another time that you guys
Yeah.
had an online, I don't know the correct
Altercation.
word. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Wode and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
First of all, would like to know, were you guys friends before?
I really don't like talking about my past. I'm a
Mhm.
guy who believes like if you want to be better in life,
Mm-hmm.
you should leave your past alone
Mhm.
because your past always holds you from moving.
Mm-hmm.
You can only learn from your past and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
But because you've asked about this, I'll talk about it briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't have a problem with Wode right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was an issue where we would do videos, collabos together, and he would not even post my links, you know,
Way back,
way back. And
around?
like 2017, 2018, before
Okay.
even YouTube was a big thing.
Okay.
I believe that's even before you started your YouTube. Me and him, we were friends long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Before he
Yeah,
was big.
before even people knew about YouTube. Those days, 2016, I used to talk to Wode like this.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine how many years have gone. But all in all is, me, I felt like unfair. If we do a video with you, you don't put my link, and you know that's my job, and we had agreed we collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, that's where the problem began.
Mm-hmm.
It reached a point where I cut myself, and I cut myself openly because people used to ask me, used to be friends, why not? So I cut myself from him. Then again, my sister started rising up on YouTube, Iam Marwa. Then the same guy attacked my sister indirectly without mentioning her name.
How did he attack him? And how did you know it was him? It was
It
her.
was her. So the
that
thing is,
he was attacking.
the wife, I don't want to bring too many people in this. I don't like actually talking about this story
Mhm.
because they bring me back to my past. I don't like talking about my past.
Mhm.
But to cut the long story short is my sister was rising so fast on YouTube. That is a fact. And in my own opinion, I feel like some people didn't feel very comfortable with my sister from like nowhere, you know. And so they used to do, the one time did a collabo, my sister and the wife.
Yeah, we've seen.
Then after that collabo, so you know when you do collabo, sometimes videos get suggested to each other, like if you watch this comes next. I think it's a perception, I'm not sure now. The guy wrote on the comment of the girl, of the wife, like, I hope they don't copy you, babe, like they always do.
Oh yeah, there was an
Yes.
online perception that
My sister
Dimwango
is
is
copying-
copying Miss Trudy.
Yes.
Mm.
But I can easily tell you it's because my sister was rising so fast. So some people felt threatened.
But
because-
that one was online. It was between the fans.
Yes, but if it's between the fans and we depend on the fans, that is actually between me and or us, because without us the fans can't show up. So once that became, and everybody in the comments was like, yeah, we know her, it's that girl, it's the Mwango and the. So I had to defend my sister. I had to say, no, bro, you didn't like to work with me. Now you've reached a point you want to make my sister feel timid to make videos, because if already somebody says you're copying them, you know what they're trying to tell you is anytime you hold a camera, you have to think about them. Like, wait, I hope this does not look like them. So it's kind of cutting your legs. Actually, it's a very tough way of speaking. You know, if somebody tells you, hey, stop copying me, it means your next video, you have to think, hey, this video, does it, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing new on YouTube. So even that's one of my main reasons my sister stopped traveling in Africa. I told my sister, hey, sister, leave this Africa alone. People here are already seeing, we have a whole world, go. So now she does outside Africa.
At any point, did you guys ever talk and maybe solve your issues?
No, we don't.
Until now, you've
We
never
didn't.
talked.
Yes, we didn't. Yes. And we have no bad blood with them. We wish them all the best. And as human beings, you can't have everybody as your friend in your group. And the beauty of what we do is, your bread is your bread, my bread is my bread. Why would you say I'm copying you or doing this? It's my bread, you know? And there's nothing new on YouTube. Anything they do, I do, you do. Somebody else did it long time ago. It's only that maybe it doesn't sound the same, it doesn't look the same, but the idea is purely the same. Yes.
So you mean you don't have like anything against?
I'm one guy who I can't hold that, because I know if I hold things like that, I block my star. I believe my star does not like grudges, does not like things like that. My star wants freeness, openness. That's how I shine. The moment I start thinking, oh, they are passing me or they are doing this, I can't concentrate on my star. Yeah, that's not me. Even my sister, I teach her the same thing. I tell her, sister, just do your own thing. And I think maybe this year my sister will be, just wait and see. And it's not a competition. She's going to be one of the biggest travel African black women who travel around the world with numbers, in terms of numbers this year. Because she's very close to the girl who they said she used to copy. Yeah, so. And your bread is your bread. I have to insist on that. Yes.
Okay, as we conclude, Marwa, maybe you can talk to those people who have been supporting you, of course, the fans and everything, and then maybe you tell us the next country that you're planning to travel. Now that you've been here since November. Yeah, November 15th was my birthday. Guys, I want to say thank you so much. If you're watching this from Iam Marwa, this interview is exclusively in English, so you can actually subscribe to Eve Mungai if you're my fan. I know they're going to see this, and also me, I'll share it on my community tab. Thank you. And I want to say also to my fans, thank you so much for always believing in me, for always believing in us as a group. This is not about Marwa, it's about you and me and the whole community. And from the beautiful Nairobi, I want to say thank you. Please subscribe to our girl here. Next, you are going to which country next? South Africa. South Africa. Yes. Oh wow. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We've been having Iam Marwa. Yes. I'm sure there are so many people actually on Instagram that has been telling me you should look for this guy. Finally, he's here. I hope you guys are going to enjoy. Comment down below in the comment section what you think about the interview, and maybe if you want us to have him next time, let's know what you want. Or some questions I didn't answer. Exactly. Let us know what we can talk about. Thank you for your time. You're welcome. And make sure you head to his YouTube channel. You subscribe. Yes, meet you in the next video. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, asante sana. All right.